Liam, it's been a strange old season for you and a strange few weeks. Just talk us through how your life has been since that game against Bolton.
Obviously, it's been very frustrating to be not playing. Like I'd played most of the games this season, and obviously the results weren't going our way. But I really enjoyed being a part of the team and playing all the games. So it was a big miss for me having to watch on the telly at home or watch it from the stands. I was gutted not to be out there to be able to help the team, but I'm glad I'm back fit now and available for selection. Yeah.
What do you actually remember about the incident?
Nothing, to be honest. No. Obviously, I just ran for the ball. I remember running for the ball, and then that's it really. And the next thing I sort of remember was waking up in hospital. Really, that's the next thing I can remember. So, yeah, I don't remember for a good few hours really. Yeah.
That's pretty scary, that, isn't it? The thought that you've just that part of your life is completely blank.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, but once all the tests were done, like the brain test and stuff like that, and I knew it was just broken bones. It weren't the end of the world really. And people say, would you go in for that challenge again? And I say, of course I would, because I thought I was going to score. I thought I was going to read it faster and go and score, but it happens. That's football. So yeah.
You say just broken bones. So what was the diagnosis? How many and what was broken?
It was my cheekbone was fractured in 4 places. So he basically said it was shattered really. So I had the surgery done and 2 plates put in, I think. So that was very painful for a good few weeks, and thankfully I've had the mask fitted now to give that bit of protection for when I'm playing.
So how do you feel when it's just been done? I mean, things like eating, things like being able to drink, that sort of thing. How painful was all that?
Yeah, the first week or two I was on like a liquid diet, so I was just eating like soft foods and protein shakes and stuff like that, so it was very frustrating, boring to eat really, but gradually over time I started to eat a little bit more, and now I'm basically back eating normal, so that's good for me. I try and get the weight back on me. Yeah.
In some ways, Liam, it's not an injury like a broken leg or a thigh injury or a hamstring. The actual level of fitness won't have gone that much with it.
No, like obviously I come back in and I was doing running, and I felt quite fit fairly quickly really, and I didn't have that worry in the back of my mind like, oh, it was my hamstring, I need to be careful with it. I was ready to kick on, and obviously I wanted to play as soon as possible, so I've worked my hardest to get back. Yeah.
Are you ready to go now? Do you feel that this weekend, 2 massive games for Stanley, that you're ready to play a full part?
Yeah, I can't wait to play again whenever called upon. I played in the training like in-house game here last week. I felt good, to be fair. I got 70 minutes under my belt, so whenever I'm called upon, I'm ready to play, and I can't wait to try and keep this team in the league. Yeah.
Just tell us about the mask that you're going to have to wear and how long you're going to have it for, do you know?
I think I'm going to be wearing that to the end of the season. Went down with Matty the physio and got it specially made, and fits my face quite well and just gives me that bit of protection. Wouldn't say it's the comfiest in the world to wear, but it does the job and it gets me out there, so I'm buzzing to be back here.
How much Mickey taking's going on?
Yeah, a little bit. Batman, Zorro, different shouts like that all the time. I've heard them all now, so I'm sure that'll settle down. Matt Lowe just said to me he's used to just seeing me in the mask now, said I look weird without it, so I might have to start wearing it every day, driving in and that. So.
Do you have to wear it for training? Do you have to wear it for everything that's football related?
Yeah, I wear it for training. Even the running sessions before I come back, I wore it just to get used to wearing it and knowing how it feels, like twisting and turning, changing direction and stuff like that, heading the ball. So I've tried to wear it as much as possible to get used to it.
Just sum up for us the importance of these last 8 games of the league season for Stanley.
Yeah, obviously it's massive. We just need to try and get as many points from these 8 games and see where it takes us. Obviously, starting tomorrow, we really need a win, a home win, and set us on our way, and hopefully give us that bit of confidence to kick on in other games then as well.
Things haven't gone your way a lot this season. Why would you say? Is there one big reason why it's not perhaps gone your way?
I think there's various different reasons. Sometimes we haven't performed, we haven't had the quality. Sometimes we haven't had that bit of luck. We've had quite a lot of injuries, which has hindered the team. As the gaffer said a lot, we've hardly ever picked the same team week in, week out, which can not confuse, but you want to get that rhythm going with the same players sometimes, and we haven't been able to do that. So let's just hope our luck can turn these last 8 games, and everyone at the club, everyone associated, the fans, the players, the staff, we all gel together and we try and fight to keep this team in the league. Yeah.
It'll be a big boost over Easter that you're back fit. Michael Nottingham is getting there, we know. Doug Tharm's free from suspension. Ethan's been on his way back to fitness as well. It's so important that as many of you can take part of these 8 games, isn't it, as possible?
Yeah, it is. You know, we all want the same thing. We all want to keep this team in the league, and you know, there's some big characters and great players in there as well. So you'd like to think if we can all stay fit and gel together and just get that slice of luck, you know, nick a scrappy goal or something like that, and get ahead in one of these games, it'd be massive for us. And I'm sure that it gives us the confidence to kick on and believe in each other to go and stay in the league and get more points on the board.
And just lastly, what would it mean to you being a League One player again next season?
Oh yeah, it means everything. You don't want to. No one wants to get relegated. It must be. Obviously, I'm new to the men's game, second season, but it must be one of the worst feelings in the world. But that feeling, if we can stay up for everyone associated with the club, and hopefully kick on again next season and push on in League One. That's what we all want here. So we all have to stick together and fight, really. Yeah.